everybody, how are you guys doing? It's another amazing episode on AWL Podcast, and there is something I always say that you do not force things. Things should come naturally. In as much as we encourage a lot of us to be determined and to go acquire, to go pursue, but there are just some things that need to come to you naturally. You don't force it. And God is just good. My meditation today, I read Proverbs 25, and it was as if God was in tune with what I wanted to talk about today. Before we get right into it, hello guys, you are welcome to another amazing episode on EWL Podcast, the Spiritual Luchi Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. I'm your host, Imite Theology Gloria. I am super excited. A lot of things happened throughout the week. I wish this was my vlog that I can talk about it extensively. But it was just me seeing that everybody, like most especially the ladies, we are ready to wake up. We are ready to wear our confident suits and pursue a lot of things because I think we have a lot more to offer. I grew up believing that I had to take the back seat, and it's still now affecting the way I react to things. I don't think I would be shut down when I want to say something, but sometimes in my head I'm just like, oh, let me keep quiet because I was taught that a woman should keep quiet in most of the situations. But being a young lady that is still working on herself, working on her confidence, I do a lot to allow my voice to be heard, and I'm really happy. Like I see things, and I'm happy that I'm not the only one that is in that um thought space. I'm not the only one thinking that, oh, it's time for the ladies to take charge, because I think we do have a lot to offer. And on that note, I am here to speak about the topic respect, where I titled today's topic Respect is Earned, It Is Not Forced. And I say this because a lot of times people think that automatically, because you are older than me or because you've been in the workspace longer than I have been, I have to respect you. And I'm going to give a clear example. Growing up, before I started working full time in my dad's company, I usually go to school and come back, and I would meet like sales rep, and I would always call them, Auntie, what's up? What can I do? What can I do to help? How can I learn this? What is this? What is the amount of this? How do I categorize the schools? How do I speak to customers? How do I sustain customer relationship? There were people that I always met when I go and come back to school, so I had automatic respect for them. So in a situation now that the roles have been reversed, and I've been working here for about 2 years now, and I kind of manage things. And people come and go, and a lot of people older than myself would come. And at first, it's difficult for them. It's difficult for them to understand that this is not even about you being older than me. It's about what you bring to the table. So sometimes when I speak to people that are 5 years older than myself, 4 years older than myself, and put in a situation where they are calling you ma, or oh, archaeology, I'm like, hey, how do I react to these things? And it got to a point where I was really uncomfortable with that, because I'm like, I never reached auntie age, let's be guided. But it just goes to show that sometimes you don't even have to do a lot for people to just respect you, or you don't have to say too much. Your actions, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak to people, what they learn from you, what you have to offer them, the respect just automatically comes. I've been in a situation my mom will be like, if for this woman Tom with how many years on a come auntie, and I'm like, you have been placed in that position where your presence just commands respect. It's not something you forced. It just happens because you have worked for it. You have worked on yourself you have worked on yourself over and over again for people to see you as such. So therefore, I just say, for people that I've met, and even down to my relative, people that after I lost my dad, God bless his soul, people just felt like they had a certain level of entitlement. And I'm someone that gets irritated easily. I don't know how to say this, but I'm really sensitive as a person. And it's difficult for me to hide how I feel. Even though I say I am not someone that talks too much, oh, I'm shy, but it's just really difficult for me. So when I'm really, really irritated about something, you would see it, you would feel it, you will sense it. So I've been in a situation during the period of time when I was like mourning my dad, and people would just come to our house and they would just speak to me like they, I don't know, it's not even a thing of like the I'm placing people above the other, but it's just I don't know you. You've not earned my respect. So don't speak to me like you know me. Don't talk to me that I'm entitled to bow down or I'm entitled to respect you. The only thing I owe you is to respect you as a human being. But anything other than that level of respect as a human being, you have to work for it. You don't come and tell me ima ikwesi imenka, ima ikwesi imenka. Sorry, my Igbo, I'm learning my Igbo. I'm really religiously trying to do that. You are supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. You supposed when I'm like, heaven's sake, don't tell me I'm supposed to do this, because people that are not even my relative, people that are not even really close to me, like not that they're not really close to me, but they don't have that much access to me like you did. I've earned that respect without asking for it. You have to be able to give something of value to somebody for you to be considered worthy of such respect, quote and unquote. Um, I think in school when I was writing my farewell message, and they asked me what I wanted my message to be, and I'm like, we don't have to like each other, you don't have to like me, I don't have to like you, but one thing I think you all humans generally is just to respect people. And it is something I was it's something I learned from my dad, god bless his soul. You just have to respect people generally, but people just there is just this level of entitlement. I was online because I'm always on Instagram, and I just glanced through something Utsi said, and he just said like an average Nigerian man or woman just have that sense of entitlement. You owe them this, you owe them that. You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, and we have come in contact with a generation that understands that to whom much is given, much is expected. You get, to whom much is given, much is expected. So when you've come in contact with such generation and you just feel like respect, quote unquote, should be handed to you on a platter, you would miss road. You would be waiting for a very long time. We are in a country, we are in a space where everybody is becoming aware of things, and for people that do not add value to people's life, you will be dropped. Like that is the generation I've come to know. Everybody is looking for what will add value. We're in a country where your money, you will have 10,000 naira tomorrow, the value of 10,000 naira have dropped. You will have 50,000 naira tomorrow, the value of 50,000 naira have dropped. So it's not even just about the financial aid now, it's about the value, the morals you can instill in people. What value can you add to somebody? Some values are just, you cannot place a price tag on some value that people has instilled in some people. And there's just some people I've met in my life and I'm just like, it is not even about what they did for me. It's not about the money. I had people that were not my family members that were by me during my darkest time. They stood by me. And it's not even, and the funny thing is that we don't have that close relationship. Like, we're not that close. But I know the amount of respect, I know the amount of love I had for those persons. Like, it's not even about, oh, we speak every day, we call each other every day. And I'm telling you this, it's not even about the relationship. Most of them are people that I work with, and I just see them as somebody earned that has ended. So when I even want to list people, when I release people that, oh, I feel like no matter what happens, I owe this person this respect, I owe this person this. I people quote and unquote relations would not even make the top 10 list. And that is just life for you. You have to earn it. It's not given to you. Family, you being family does not just hand it over to you automatically. You have to earn it. You have to. It's something you have to be. I'm not saying that you should consciously want to earn people's respect or earn people's loyalty or earn people by your side. I'm saying your actions, what you've done throughout your lifetime, should be something that adds value. Somebody spoke about this in one of the sermons. You know, my mommy called me. Part of why I'm really happy, My mommy called me and she told me, "Oh, Luchi, a young lady spoke at the high tabernacle today," and I was like, "Who is this person?" And when my mom was speaking to me, she was like, "It's something we've actually discussed that we females we need to like stand up. We, the young females, the young ladies, the young youth, we need to do better. Everybody's not going to stand in the front of the high tabernacle. How do you contribute to?" See, I'm diverting, but the point is there's something she said. She said that we should always think value. How can I add value to the society? How can I add value to people around me? How can I add value to the situation? How can I contribute? And that is all I have always said on this podcast. Self development, being aware, always being aware that you have something to contribute to the collective. As an individual, you cannot function. You have to form a collective, contributing to that collective, contributing to the betterment of that collective. And so doing, respect is being earned. You don't force it. You will not come and tell me, you don't know you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to greet 3 times a day. What have you done for me that I'll greet you 3 times a day? Have you asked yourself that question? What have you done that would warrant myself always texting you in the morning? Oh, God bless you. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I cannot just wake up and text a random person. Oh, God bless you. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I will greet you, but that is all I owe you for somebody that I am not even relating with. But for you to tell me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, it has to be earned. Don't feel entitled to a lot of things. Waiting they kill us for this country a lot of times now entitlement. Down to extended families, down to closest friends. Sometimes we just feel a certain level of entitlement. That's why I said some things just need to come. Some things just need to happen naturally. Some things need to come to you. You don't have to go to them because a lot of times when you force a lot of things, it just comes crumbling. And that is what I think Proverb 25 was saying. And my pastor said something about first blessing. And it's not something I want to speak largely on. It's just something that before you put yourself on that pedestal of, oh, I am someone that deserves honor, I am somebody that deserves respect, check the bricks you've put for you to think that you've gotten to that part where you deserve honor, where you deserve respect. Because if those bricks, if those layers are not well formed, are not well put together, it crumbles. And when it crumbles, the Bible said it is more shameful. And I just implore you to read Proverbs 25 for those of us that want to get more info. Proverbs 25 just speaks a lot about what I'm saying. You don't put yourself, there are just some places you don't put yourself. Allow God to put you there. Allow God to place you. You know, I have been someone that I always say, I've met people that will tell me, oh, this one, that one, this one, that one. I'm quick to tell you, please don't place me where I am not yet. When it's time for me, when I'm there, you don't need to tell me. I know it and I will know it well. Some people we have been, so you see, people don't hail us. They don't hail us to our downfall. They've hailed us to being second best. You're not even at the peak of where you're supposed to be, but people don't tell you, say, oh, you'll be madam. Or hey, people don't tell you, say, oh, you made it, and you believe it. When in actual sense of it, because of you are not being conscious of your steps, you're not being conscious of, oh, I have this point to attain in my life. It's not people that will tell me this. It's not people that will tell me where God has placed me. Maybe God has, you are just in level two, you are still in level 2, and people have told you, oh, you have attained the highest level. But is that really true? I implore you to read and study Proverbs 25. I still want to go study that place because I believe that everything takes step. For you to earn respect, it's going to take a lot of steps. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of your time as a person. Respect, when, people ask me, I've been asked, like, one of the most important thing I want in a relationship between me and my partner. Yes, everything I have said things, but again, one thing I have always said is I want a partner that respects me because I am I am used to being respected. Like, does that make sense? People that matter. I have worked so hard to earn their respect. My mom, my dad, God bless his soul, my siblings, my friends, people I work with. Like, when I relate with you, I just want to have that relationship that is worthy of reference, that is worthy of keeping. I love to build things that will stand the test of time. Does that make sense? And that's why sometimes I tell you, I'm not even all about the lovey dovey. I just want to be able to add value. I just want to be able to impact positively in people's life. And if I do that, I think I always feel fulfilled, regardless of how you think I do it. As long as I do it the right way and it's giving and it's being received the right way, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay. I don't have to be the most friendly person, but as long as we have that positive relationship, that value based relationship, I'm okay. Okay, guys, don't forget to stream this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, and in YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's what I'm going to leave it at that. And don't forget to follow me across all social media platforms at Luchi on Instagram, on Facebook, on S formerly Twitter. We also have a podcast page on Instagram, AWR_podcast. I'm your host, Imitezi Oluchi Gloria. It's long I did this. Don't forget to spread love because God is love. Love is God. Have an amazing week. And don't forget, let's think value all the time, like my sister said. Hi, bye. And for those of us that are still at the tabernacle, that are still at the Feast of Tabernacle, I pray that God lead us into a space of greatness, into buildings of greatness. Amen. Bye.